Hello student, this is the second part of the lesson Poverty as Challenge Economics Standard 9. In first part we have seen two typical cases of the poverty with introduction, urban case and rural case, and we have discussed some problems or reasons as per social scientists, and they are landlessness, unemployment, size of families, then illiteracy, poor health, child labor and helplessness. All these things we have seen. Then poverty as seen by the social scientists. We have discussed about the social exclusion. So we are now on the page number 31 of your textbook. Poverty as seen by the social scientist. So first thing we discuss social exclusion means isolation from the society. That according to this concept, poverty must be seen in the terms of poor having to live only in a poor surrounding with other poor people, excluding from enjoying the social equality. Means these poor people, they are unable to take or enjoy the social equality. Isolation is there from the rich people, or better of the people, or better surrounding. This term is called here the social exclusion. Then second term which we are going to discuss, that is vulnerability. Vulnerability means ignoring, ignore करना. So vulnerability to poverty, vulnerability to poverty is a measure which describe the greater probability of certain communities, say members of the backward caste. So who are vulnerable here? Especially members of the backward caste or individuals such as widow or physically handicapped person of the physically handicapped person of the becoming or remaining poor in the coming years. Means they are vulnerable, those who are physically handicapped or widow woman or backward section of the society. Vulnerability is determined by the option available to the different communities for finding an alternative living in the term of asset, education, health and job opportunity. These vulnerable people or ignored people, as per social scientists, they are less educated, they do not have the property or asset, and that is why they are poor. And because of not having the money or asset, education, it is they are uneducated or very less educated. Health status, or they are their health status is also not proper. They have different type of the health problem. Job opportunity, they are very less because of not having the education. All this and that is why they are vulnerable. Further, it is analyzed on the basis of greater risk their group face at the time of natural disaster. Generally, these people, um, this is just we have seen about the backward people, but every time or sometimes other people, though who are rich also, or not vulnerable. They becomes vulnerable in some cases or situation, that is in natural disaster, which are natural disaster, that is earthquake, tsunami, terrorism, etc. Additional analysis is made of their social and economic ability to handle this risk. In fact, vulnerability describes the greater probability of being more adversely affected than other people when bad times comes for everybody, whether the flood or earthquake, or simply fall in the availability of availability of jobs. But who are infected or worstly infected in this natural disaster? These poor people or vulnerable people, because already they do not have the means money or education or other things. And if the natural disaster comes, then it becomes the worst situation in place of these vulnerable people. Even though this worst situation is also for the rich people or medium class people after getting this or having this natural disaster. But the effect of this natural disasters falls more effective on these vulnerable people. So this is about the vulnerability. Vulnerability means short, that is ignored people. Then come to the poverty line. At the center of the discussion on poverty is usually the concept of poverty line. Common method used to measure the poverty is based on the income. Common method used to measure the poverty is based on the income or consumption level. Income and consumption level. So a person is considered poor if the person is considered poor if his or her income or consumption levels fall below the given minimum level necessary to fulfill the basic needs. Means to whom people is called below poverty line, whose income is less and unable to fulfill the essential or satisfy the essential or basic needs or consumption level that becomes that fall below the given minimum level necessary to fulfill the basic needs. Is to fulfill the basic needs whatever require as per norms. If the person unable to fulfill these basic needs, because to fulfill the basic need it depends upon the income. Obviously income and consumption, it has a relation. If the income is more, then consumption would be more. If the income is less, consumption would be again less. Means these things are related to each other. And whatever decided minimum level consumption, if the person is not able to fulfill the minimum level of the consumption because of the poverty, and that person is living below poverty line. So what is the necessity to satisfy basic needs is different at the different times and in the different countries. Therefore, poverty line may vary with time and place. So poverty line, it would be vary or different in with the time and place. Means poverty line depend upon the time and place, because poverty line is different in India and outside or different countries as per their decided norms. So two things are important, time and place, for deciding the poverty line. So each country uses the imaginary line that is considered appropriate for its existing level of the development and its accepted minimum social norms. For example, this different country has their different poverty line as per accepted their minimum social norms decided by the individual or different countries. For example, a person having the car in United States may be considered poor. A person not having a car in United States may be considered the poor. In India, owning car is still considered luxurious. Means example it is given for indicating this poverty line. Example it is about the car. If we talk about the USA, then if the car is not in the USA, then that person is considered the below poverty line. But if we talk about the India, having car, it becomes the luxurious for them, for the Indian people. Now it is very common, even though middle class people they are having the car. Norms now has been changed, but it is the example given, having car in USA. If the car is not there in USA, to the person, that person is below poverty line. And in India, say car is same, but four-wheeler is same, but but having the car in India, that becomes luxurious. So this is means poverty line, it depends difference from that place to place. Then while determining poverty line in India, minimum level of food requirement, that is clothing, footwear, fuel and light, educational and medical requirement, etc. are determined for the substances. Means poverty line in India, minimum level of food requirement. मिनिमम ऑफ पॉवर्टी लाइन इंडिया में जो है वो व्हाट इज द रिक्वायरमेंट, मिनिमम लेवल ऑफ फूड रिक्वायरमेंट, दैट इज क्लॉथिंग, फुटवेयर, फ्यूल एंड लाइट, एजुकेशनल and medical requirement. They are determined for the substances. Okay, so these physical quantities are multiplied. These physical quantities are multiplied by their prices in rupees, and the present formula for food requirement, while estimating the poverty, it is based on what? On the desired calorie requirement. Means relation is there about the desired calorie requirement. Food items such as cereals, pulses, vegetables, milk, oil, sugar, etc. All these ingredients, from this ingredient, person gets the calories, and there is relation of the calorie requirement and income deciding the poverty line. So food items such as cereals, pulses, vegetable, milk, sugar, oil together provide these needs calories, and the calorie needs vary depending on age, sex and types of the work that person does. Even though calorie requirement for all person, they are not equal. It depends upon the age of the people, sex of the people, and even their working pattern or nature of the work. The accepted average calorie requirement in India is 2400 calorie as per day in the rural areas. How much calories required for the rural areas people? 2400 per day, and 2100 calories per person per day in urban areas. Means in urban areas person require less calories, they are only 2100, but if the person living in the rural areas, they require calorie consumption to 2400. Why this is the difference? Because in rural areas people works very hard, but in urban areas hard work is less comparing to the rural area, and that is why calorie consumption is also less in the urban area comparing to the rural areas. Since people living in rural areas engage themselves in more physical work, just we have discussed, calorie requirement in the rural areas are considered to be higher than the urban areas. So the monetary expenditure per capita needed for buying this calorie requirement in the terms of food, grain, etc. is received periodically, taking into the consideration the rise in prices. So here on the basis of this calculation for the year 2009 and 10, poverty line for the person was fixed at rupees 673 per month for the rural areas, and 860 for the urban areas, because urban area require the less calorie, and that is why here income of the per person per day, per person per month in urban, that is 860, and if we consider about the rural area, calorie consumption is more, but still income should be less comparing to the urban area, that is 673 only as comparing to the 860 in urban area. So why it is these differences would be there? Calorie consumption is less in urban, but money require, monthly income require more than the rural areas, that is 670 in rural and 860 in urban area. So for the urban areas, despite less calorie requirement, the higher amount for the urban areas has been fixed because high prices of many essential products in the urban center. Generally, prices of the essential products which require for the survival, they are more in the urban areas comparing to the rural area. So here, though the calorie requirement is less in urban area, but decided income per person per month, it is more comparing to the rural area, that is 860, because all the things in urban areas has to purchase in higher prices comparing to the rural area. So this, I think it would be clear for you, calorie requirement and consumption and the earning or income per person in urban areas and rural areas. So here given a family of 5 members, family of 5 members living in rural areas and earning less than about 3,165 month per month will be below the poverty line. Why? Because this is the family income. Family income 3,165, and that would be divided by the 5 because members in that family is 5. So their income would be per person per month, it would be less than 600. That would be less than what is that would be of the 673, because 673 require per month income for the per month, and if we divide by the 5 because family members are 5, total income is 3,165. So per person or per head income for per month, it would be less than decided norms. Then a similar family in the urban area, if we talk about the similar family of the urban areas, would need the minimum of rupees 4,300 per month to meet their basic requirements. If the 5 members is there in the family in urban areas, so their family income would be at minimum 4,300. So the poverty line is estimated periodically, normally every 5 years. Means this poverty line, it is not fixed, but it is decided periodically, generally every 5 years, by conducting the sample survey. By conducting what? Sample survey. This survey are carried by National Sample Survey. Who carried this survey? National Sample Survey Organization, in short that is NSSO. However, for making the comparison between developing countries, many international organizations like the World Bank use uniform standard for the poverty line. Minimum availability of equivalent of $1 per person per day. As per norm decided by World Bank, that is uniform standard for the poverty line. So minimum availability of equivalent $1 per person per day means income. If we consider about the global scenario, as per decided norms by the World Bank, per person per day income would be $1. So here we have seen about the poverty line. Then poverty estimates. Poverty estimate, again we are on the page 32. Poverty estimate. It is clear from the table 3.1. 3.1 table is given on the page number 33 of your textbook related to the poverty estimation. It is clear from the table 3.1 that there is substantial decline in the poverty ratio in India from about 55% in 1973 to 30% in 2009 to 10. Means poverty line or ratio, it is decline in India. That was in 1973, it was 55% poverty ratio. We are talking about the poverty ratio. And if we consider about the 2009 and 10, that came down 30% poverty ratio. So the proportion of the people below poverty line further came down to about 26% in 2000 or 2000 tak, till 2000 it came down and that became 26%. And if we see the current scenario, this percentage again came down. If the trend continue, this trend continue, people below poverty line may come down to less than the 20%. यदि ऐसे ही changes, if the changes coming like same scenario, then this percentage will come down again, and that would be till less than 20% in the next few years. Although the percentage of people living under the poverty decline in earlier 2 decades, that is 1973 to 1993, in these 2 decades or 20 years, percentage of people living under poverty line, they are reduced or decline. The number of the poor remain stable, though the percentage is declined, but number of poor remain stable around 320 million for fairly long period. The latest estimate indicate significant reduction in the number of poor to about 27% by 2004 and 5. 2004 and 5 तक ये जो percentage है, that came down 27%. So this is about the poverty estimation. Then come to the page number 33 of your textbook 3.1 table. It is given here. Figures are given here. Poverty ratio in percent and number of poor in million. In first column given year, then poverty ratio given for the rural areas, urban areas, and in fourth column given combined, and number of poor, urban, then rural, then urban, and combined. Figures are given here. If we talk about the year 1973-74, rural poverty ratio, that was 56.4, and same that was in urban 49%. And if we talk about the rural and urban combined, that poverty ratio was 55 in the year 1973 and 74. And if we talk about in 2004 and 5, rural poverty ratio, that was 28.3, and urban, that was less, 25.7. and if we consider together combined, that was 27. It was when in the year 2004 and 5. And if we talk about 2009 and 10, rural poverty ratio was 34 and urban 27, and together that was 30%. Then here number of poor in 1973-74, rural poor, that is 261, and urban population 60, and combined 321. And if we talk about 2009 and 10, that was rural areas poor, population 278, and urban 76, and altogether combined 354. So this is the estimation of poverty in India with the year wise in this table given. Then come to the vulnerable groups. Vulnerable groups. We have discussed earlier, vulnerable groups means ignore people, ignore groups. So which are the vulnerable people? So proportion of people below poverty line is also not same for all the social groups and economic categories in India. This proportion of people below poverty line, they are not again same among all social groups in India. Social groups which are most vulnerable to the poverty are scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, they are most vulnerable groups related to the poverty in India. And even though scheduled tribes, ST, SC and ST household. Similarly, among the economic groups, most vulnerable groups are the rural agricultural labor household. Economic group में कौन है, which people are vulnerable or groups is vulnerable, that is rural agricultural labor. And urban group, which is urban casual labor household. Casual labor means when they get the work, they get earning, otherwise they remain, their labor force become wastage. That is called casual labors in urban areas, which is most vulnerable group in urban. So the following graph 3.1 shows the percentage of poor people in these groups, although average for the people below poverty line fall all group in India in 48 out of 100 people belonging to the scheduled tribes in the rural areas are not able to meet their basic needs. Though the percentage came down, but still they are poor, they are not able to fulfill their basic needs because of having the less earning. So similarly, 47% of the casual workers in urban areas are below poverty line. 47% of the people in urban areas of the casual workers, they are under poverty line. So this is much bigger. About 50% of the landless agricultural workers and 43% of scheduled caste are also poor. Means percentage of specific vulnerable people, they are much more, though the total percentage reduce of the poverty line, but this is the percentage of the vulnerable people in urban and rural areas and some caste communities. So double disadvantage of being landless, casual wage laborers household in the that is in socially disadvantaged group, the percentage is very less. This is on the page number 33. It is given here the double disadvantage of being landless, casual labor, wage labor household in the socially disadvantaged groups of the scheduled caste or scheduled tribes population, highlight in the series of the population. So here 3.1 graph is given. Poverty in India 2000 most vulnerable group, means in this diagram graph social vulnerable categories is given about scheduled tribes, scheduled caste, average Indian poverty, agricultural labor and casual labors. So if we talk about the scheduled tribes, that is 47.7, then scheduled caste poverty 42.3, and if we talk about the average Indian poverty ratio, that is 30, though it is less, but if we talk about the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes or agricultural laborers or casual labor, their percentage is much high. If we talk about the agricultural laborers, the percentage is 50, and if we talk about casual labor, the percentage below poverty line, that is 47. So this is on the page number 37, which we have finished in this second part of this lesson. Okay student, here we are going